Kre8tions, and I have a really quick and really shiny card for you guys using the Mary Patterns Hostess exclusive stamp set. Today is the last day to qualify to get that stamp set if you host a qualifying party. So even if you just want to place a large order and get some of your holiday supplies together, let me know today and we can work something out for you. Let's get started on this super quick card. So I whipped 3 of these out in a very short period of time, and I'm going to whip 3 more out for you right now so that you can see just how quickly it goes. So, of course, we are using the Mary Patterns Hostess set. It has this fun 'tis the season, and we're using the sweater reindeer today. And then I just love these candles. I did a really cool eclipse card with these, and I'll insert a card for you so that you can watch that video if you're interested. So, I am starting out with a few different pieces of paper here, and of course that beautiful glimmery paper. I love it so much. It is so shiny and sparkly. It just excites me. I am bringing in a couple sheets of standard Whisper white cardstock. We're going to cut our card bases out of those, and it's just a really standard card base. So we're going to be cutting it at the 5.5 on the long edge, and then we're going to flip it and score that at 4.25. And this is our Stampin' trimmer. Fantastic tool. If you don't have a cutting implement, this cuts and scores, and it also has a fun little hidey hole for your extra blades and other supplies in the back. And then it has this replaceable track here so that when it wears out, you can replace it. All right, so let's cut one more card base. So again, 5.5, and then we'll score that at 4.25. Oops. Yep, there we go. So make sure that you use the right blade. They are color coded, but if you go too quick, like I'm trying to do, then you will make a boo-boo. All right, so I have my 3 card bases. I also have some SMOKY slate cardstock. This measures 4.25 by 5. No, this measures 4 inches by 5.5. And I have some TRANQUIL Tide. This measures 3 3/4 by 5. And then these are just scraps of Whisper White. We're going to be cutting some circles out of that. And then I have this beautiful gold glimmer paper. This is 1.25 by 3 3/4. So what we're going to do is get to some stamping. So I'm going to bring in my scrap pieces here. So I have all 3 of my pieces, and I am using the super pretty sweater reindeer, and I'm going to stamp him in Tranquil Tide on each of these 3 pieces. So we'll just ink that up, and I'm just going to stamp him right in the middle because we're going to be cutting this out. So there's 1 and 2, and then the last one here, there's 3. All right, and then I'm going to use SMOKY slate and the words to be jolly, and I'm going to stamp those right over his back like this. And last one. I love SMOKY slate and Tranquil Tide together. I think that color combo is just really fun, and it's still a little traditional with being a Christmas card. So now I'm going to take our Stitched Shapes framelits. This is the largest circle, and we're going to cut those out on the Big Shot. So let me bring that guy in. So here is the Big Shot. Zoom out just a touch. There we go. And I have my magnetic platform with 1 cutting plate. And I'm going to put my image and the circle. And I want to try and get most of his antlers. I'm okay if his legs get cut off, but I want most of his antlers in there. Another cutting plate on top, and then we'll just run that right through. And cute, super simple. So I'm going to run the other couple through, and then we'll do a little more cutting out with some of our other framelits. And this card, like I said, it goes really quick. So if you need to pump out some Christmas cards, maybe you're doing a holiday bazaar, maybe you need to send some to friends and family or customers if you have a business, these go super quick. All right, so there's another one. And now I'm going to bring in the largest scallop circle from the Layering Circles Framelits, and I'm taking my Smoky Slate mat. This is my my last layer on my card, and I'm just gonna cut out of the middle. I hate wasting the middle of a piece of cardstock, so I'm using this for two different purposes. The first one is to get my scallop circle for behind my reindeer, and the second one is to be my card mat. Okay, so I'm gonna do two more of those, and make sure you get it right in the middle because you want to make sure that you can see all four sides. You don't want to accidentally find out that you cut too close to one of the edges, because then you won't be able to use it for a mat. All right, and then the last one, and like I said, this goes so quick. We're halfway done. My plates have gotten a lot of use too, so they are still trucking though. All right, so we are done. Uh-oh, I'm losing all my stuff. Ah, what fell down? Uh-oh, I'll get that later. All right, so now let's zoom you back in a little bit here. Okay, so I have my circles, I have my deer. I think we are ready to rock and roll. Here are my card mats. Let's do that part first. So I have my card mats here, and then I have, oh shoot, we're not done with the big shot yet. We have one more thing to do on there, and that is using the Woodland Textured Impressions embossing folder. And for that, I'm going to use the regular Big Shot platform. So we'll get this guy back in here and zoom you out a little bit so you can see. So I have the regular Big Shot platform, and I'm going to take my Tranquil tied pieces and I'm going to pop those in there. And then cutting plate, embossing folder, and another cutting plate, and run those through. I love how this gives it that woodland texture, and I think that behind the reindeer it just looks so cute because it's a little reindeer and he's in the woods hanging out with a sweater on. All right, here's the second, and then I have one more after this. There's two. Let's see if, I'm curious to see how long this video is going to be. I'm going to try not to edit too much. I usually edit a lot out of my videos just to make it go a little quicker because I'm usually pretty slow. I take a lot of time. So I'm seeing this kind of a test. All right, so there is the third one. All right, now we are done with the Big Shot. Get that out of the way and zoom you guys back in. Try not to lose all of my stuff. All right. So now that I have those backgrounds, I'm making sure that the branches are facing up. Okay. So I'm going to take the glimmer paper and I'm going to use our fast fuse on that, because I find that the back on these is pretty slick and fast fuse seems to do a really good job. So I'm going about a 1/2 inch to 3/4 of an inch up from the bottom. And then the second. I really love making a whole bunch of cards at once because it's quick, and I always like to have some cards on hand in case I go, oh my goodness, I forgot about such and such. Then I can just grab one really quickly. All right, so now I have my deer, my reindeer. I'm just gonna put a little bit of fast fuse on the back of each of those. And then I'm going to attach them to my scalloped circle. And this is super cute. It just gives it a tiniest touch around your stitched shape. And I just think it's really cute with that barely there scallop. So it's still a little feminine, but not feminine enough. You couldn't use this for a guy card. Love it. All right, so I'm going to use some of our pearls, and I'm going to sprinkle one of each of the sizes, the small, oops, I lost it. I can't find it. Where'd it go? So I use a paper piercer to pick them up because I think that it's a little easier than trying to grab them with like tweezers or something else. You just have to make sure that they don't scoot around on you too much. So there's the smallest one. And then I'm going to use 2 of the mediums. I'm not going to use the large because if I want to send this in the mail, sometimes the large pearls can kind of rip through the card a little bit, the envelope. So I'm just going to use the small and the second largest. Okay, so those are the pearls. I'm going to cut a little bit of our beautiful mini sequin trim. So where are my scissors? Oh, here they are. All right, so I'm just going to do a little bit. It doesn't need to be a lot. And then I'm cutting in between the sequins so I don't accidentally cut one in half. And you might lose a couple, but the good thing about this is it's knotted in between each sequin, so you won't lose many, like maybe one. All right, so a little bit of fast fuse, and then I'm going to fold it in half like this and stick that down on the fast fuse. And I'm doing it right at the bottom of the deer, the reindeer. Okay, there's this one. This might be the most time-consuming part. I don't know. Actually, the Big Shot took a little bit more time. Okay. And then I have my Stampin' Dimensionals, and I'm going to pop a few on the back of each one of those. I love my Stampin' Dimensionals, and look, I'm almost out of this sheet. I have to make sure I have some more in my drawer, which I'm pretty sure I do. But I use every single bit of this sheet. As you can see, I cut the sides apart so I can use those also. All right, so now we'll just take the backing off of those. And those are going to go right. Oh, I was a little off center on that one, but that's okay. That looks cute too. Off to the side like that. How adorable. See, you learn something new every day. New way to stick this down or stick that down to make it just a little different. Okay, and then one last card to go. I wonder how I'm doing on the time so far. I feel like it's just flown by. Okay, last one on here. He's so cute. All right, and then I'm going to stick those down to my Smoky Slate mats. So a little bit of fast fuse on the back of that. And I like to work assembly line and do each step at the same time. So I'm not picking up my tools more times than necessary, if that makes any sense. Like if I was to do one at a time, I'd be picking up this fast fuse like 5 times. Well, more than that, but you know what I mean. All right, so stick that down. First one done. Second, there we go. And the third, boom, just like that. And now I'm going to bring in my card bases, and I need to get my bone folder so that I can crease these on that score line. 1, 2, and 3. And now I'm ready to put them on. How stinking fast and simple, you guys. I love this fast fuse too. I mean, oh my goodness. Okay. Actually, technically, this is number 4 because I just made 3 before I started filming. And I'm like, oh my goodness, I need to film this because this is such a stinking cute card and it's so quick for assembly line. Okay. And there's number 5 total. And the last one here. I can't wait to send these out to my customers for shopping with me. It'll be a fun treat to give out some of these cards. And there we go. There is a really fast assembly line style card using the Mary Patterns Hostess exclusive stamp set. It's only available through today, so make sure that you get those orders in or you get in touch with me and I will tell you a little bit more about how you could possibly win one if you place an order with me today using my current Hostess code. Thank you guys so much for visiting me today. I hope you enjoyed this super fast assembly line card. If you did, please give the video a thumbs up, hit that subscribe button so you can be notified of future videos, and leave me a comment. Let me know what you thought of this video today. You can get me online at melissascreations.com and visit me on Facebook at facebook.com/mcreations. Thank you so much, you guys. Have a great day.